These are the scariest moments in the NBA.
My goodness. And that is some serious concern.
I remember being at the hospital, banging on the hospital door, and asking, am I going to die? Am I going to die? I'm going to have a shortness of breath.
At first, the time Tyrese Halliburton almost had a season-ending injury.
6-point Boston lead.
Man, that looks painful, but not as painful as Steph Curry at number 14. Because when he played against the Suns, he broke his left hand.
I love what Pascal did then. He closed out on a shooting hand style.
Steph Curry with a lot of contact. He's holding that left wrist.
Yeah, that looks scary. But some get even worse, like number 13. Because Chris Dunn went up for a dunk and almost lost all his teeth.
Boy, he fell on his face. Oh, man, he hurt. Wow, he fell to the face. Oh, man.
Damn, that could have ended much worse. But he's not the only one in danger. Because for number 12, Nerlens Noel hit the ground so hard, he was out cold.
Steven Adams. He has been all of that this year. Went up to block the shot of Wiggins. Met him at the rim. Nerlens Noel. He hit the floor hard.
That fall looked scary, but number 11 almost ended Jeremy Lin's career. Because as soon as he came down from a layup, you could tell something was up.
Lin goes down hard. You could hear the bang as he hit the floor. Oh boy, Jeremy Lin is down.
Yeah, Lin knew exactly what was going on, because the fall turned out to be a season-ending injury. But look, at least he wasn't at the peak of his career, because at number 10, a player had a career-ending injury during the 2019 NBA Finals. See, in Game 6, Klay Thompson was going for an easy dunk, when instead, it would change him forever.
Thompson running the floor, and a foul. And Thompson grabs his left knee, now writhing in pain. Steph Curry slamming the ball on the court, so upset.
And Mike, if he leaves, he can't come back in. So if he doesn't shoot the free throws, he's out for the rest of the game.
He was walking to the locker room and then somebody yelled something. He turns around to shoot the free throws. Then you can take him out, obviously. And he hits the free throw.
To me, I'm committing the foul, but Klay Thompson looked like he can actually survive on the floor right now.
He's staying in the game, and there's the foul.
The man tore his ACL and stood up like it was nothing, and tried to continue playing. It's no wonder he's demanding more respect. And respect is something Joel Embiid needs to learn all about. Because for number 9, he almost killed another player. See, during the playoffs against the Celtics, Embiid lost his balance and ended up almost crushing Grant Williams' head.
7-foot shot a moment ago. Almost a turnover. Embiid falls to the court. Oh, wow.
Man.
Dude had a 280-pound giant stepping on his head and said this.
I need to go for the ball. Yeah, I'm trying to go, jump over, but I ain't gonna be. Hey, brother. That's what you battle for, bro.
That mofo was a real one, but the Utah Jazz had a real one too at number 8, because their team was close to being wiped off the earth. See, in 2019, the Jazz were getting ready to head for a road game against the Memphis Grizzlies. While in the air, though, some players felt an explosion when one of the engines started burning and the plane started going down. And everyone was panicking, as they felt like the plane was about to break apart in midair. Now, luckily, the pilots were able to emergency land and everyone was safe, but it had a lot of players shook.
So I text my mom, my sister, hey, this is it. Like I love y'all. Like we're playing with the engines on fire, whatever. And if you ever see my mom ask her, they thought I was joking. They laughing like, ha, like what? I'm like, no, I'm dead serious. Like, the plane's really about to like go down. Like the engine exploded, and they were like, so everybody's freaking out. So we're not too high. It's high enough where you can still send messages. That's how. So I can see the ground.
Yeah.
Which made it even worse because I'm like, I can see the Salt Lake. I can see all this. I'm like, all right. He could put the plane down over here. And it was, I think it was 30 minutes. 35 minutes we were in that plane. And it was probably the scariest moment of my life for me because I felt helpless. There was nothing I could do at this point.
You can do.
Because I'm sitting here like, this light, that's not in my hands. The pilot's not speaking. No one's speaking. And then finally the pilot's like, we've had the engine explode, whatever. We're going to turn back around, trying to lose some fuel.
Damn, they are lucky they are still here. And so is Chris Bosh at number 7, because he was just minutes away from dying. See, in 2015, the Miami Heat played the Dallas Mavericks in a regular season game. And after the game, Chris Bosh felt something was off.
Well, I developed blood clots. I was sidelined with blood clots. I missed the second half of the season. And that's just, something I had to battle back from. I had a pulmonary embolism in my left lung. So, I had to I've been bouncing back, and it's been a long process, but it's been great.
Yeah, all his blood clots were removed, and he was cleared by doctors to go out and play. However, in February 2016, it would all change for the worse. Because heading into All-Star Weekend, Bosh felt something in his calf.
I was practicing for the three-point competition, and my calf was sore like the next morning. So I said, man, let me not even mess with this. Let me get it checked out. Let me get an ultrasound, because I was, paranoid pretty much from last year. And I got one, and it's like, oh yeah, it's a little clot right there.
When you heard blood clot again, what did you think?
You have to understand that it went from being sore in my calf to like, oh, well, you can't play anymore.
Bosh's life was flipped on his head, because it turned out he had to not only sit out for the remainder of the season, he would not be cleared for Heat training camp in 2017. And on February 12th, Bosh had no options left but to retire.
You come to the realization that there is no perfect ending. I think it's like a very romantic story of the old timer going around the gym for one more lap, and hopefully winning a championship on the way out. That doesn't happen.
Man, I guess the most important thing in life really is family and health. But look, sometimes players just make dumb decisions. Because for number 6, Kelly Oubre almost lost his NBA career. See, in 2023, he had just signed a new contract with the Sixers. But with one catch, he had to stop his hobby of reckless bike riding. Crazy part is, that clause was just during the season. So all he had to do was wait for the season to end. That's when Kelly did the opposite. Because while out on a bike ride, a car crashed into him and fled. Now, up to this point, Kelly thought nothing bad would come of this. He would just blame it on a hit and run while he was out on the walk, until suddenly the police got involved and decided to launch an investigation. And after reviewing surveillance footage, they saw no hit and run where Oubre reported it happened. I mean, the situation was getting out of hand, so reporters tried to get the truth from his coach.
Can you address the report that Kelly Oubre's injuries did not occur? According to the police, they have found no evidence that it was with a hit and run.
I would not address that. I don't have an answer to that other than believe what's been reported so far.
But because there was no evidence or eyewitnesses, all people could do was just assume what really happened.
Somebody damn near hit you, like flush, and evidently the side of the mirror, the mirror caught the side of your body, and because of that, you end up going to the hospital, but still in all, it was hit and run. So they ran away, they drove away. So they hit you by accident. You know how much of a speed they had to be going through for the side mirror of a car to hit you and that to hospitalize you? I'm sorry, but something's a little fishy.
Yeah, Oubre got off easy, unlike Jason Williams at number 5, because we got to talk about the time his life dramatically changed after a tragic accident. See, in 2000, Williams had to retire from professional basketball after suffering countless injuries, and his post-retirement was not pretty. I mean, this dude was out partying pretty much every night, but on the 14th of February 2002, it would all take a turn for the worse. See, Williams had a bunch of friends who were hosting a huge party at his mansion, but as the night went on, all hell broke loose. Because during the party, Williams was impressing his guests by showing them his shotgun. But out of nowhere, Williams lost control of the gun and accidentally fired and killed one of his friends on the spot. Eventually though, police showed up. That's when Williams attempted to cover up the incident by placing the gun in his friend's hands to make it appear as if he had accidentally shot himself.
I went into my bedroom and I had my shotguns for my skeet machine in there, and there was a bullet still in one of the shotguns from shooting skeet earlier in the day. I take responsibility. I'm not gonna say somebody did that, and that. I'm supposed to look down the barrel. I was showing people guns. Here goes a gun. Here, look at this one. This coach gave me this. This is beautiful. This. And when I went to slap the gun closed to hand it, I didn't even know that Mr. Christophe was in the house. The gun went off and hit Mr. Christophe in the chest, and it killed him instantly. I then ran out the house, jumped into the swimming pool, came back up, and we called 911 instantly after it happened. But I just panicked. I did a cowardly act of not staying there after an accident and taking it. I tried to cover it up, and I ended up going to trial for this, right? The trial took 8 years.
Yeah, and things eventually got worse for Williams, because after 8 years of trial, he was sentenced to 5 years in prison. But at least he didn't almost die twice, because we got to talk about the time John Wall almost lost his life. See, in 2017, the Washington Wizards wanted to reward Wall for his crazy play by offering him a $170 million contract extension. But just a few months after the extension, John Wall was hit with his first blow.
Ball to the basket again.
Damn, man. Honestly, just hearing this story was crazy. But at number 3, another NBA player was attacked by gangs. See, Paul Pierce came into the league as the 10th overall pick back in 1998, and he instantly tore it up. But on the 25th of September 2000, everything he had worked for was about to come crashing down. Because while in his 3rd NBA season, Paul was headed to a nightclub with a couple of friends, not knowing it would turn into a life-threatening situation. Paul Pierce was rushed to the hospital. That's when doctors found out that Pierce had been stabbed 11 times and hit over the head with a bottle that cut parts of his face.
The crazy part about it, man, and how I respect life and I appreciate life so much, it helped me appreciate life. I get home after 2 days in the hospital, and I'm seeing the news, and they show a teenager got stabbed twice and died. And I'm like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh man, I'm lucky, man, I'm lucky. I can't let my family down, putting myself in these positions. Right. I mean, you know, stuff happens though. You know, I'm still a kid, hanging out, having fun. I mean, you don't know. You don't know. And it really changed my life. I don't think I went out, like people don't know this, but I actually carried a gun for 2 years. Right after that, I was so paranoid.
Pierce really got a second chance on life. And so did number 2. Because what if I told you that Bronny James was close to losing his life? See, on the 24th of July, 2023, Bronny James was a freshman at the University of Southern California, going to practice like every other day. But this wasn't going to be like any other practice.
Listen to this. Okay, your ambulance here now. Okay, all right, sir. All right, sir. I'm going to send help there.
David, doctors say it's too early for a prognosis on Bronny's recovery, but it is worth noting that multiple athletes have come back from cardiac arrest to play at an elite level, most notably Damar Hamlin of the Buffalo Bills.
Now, obviously, this whole situation was scary for not just Bronny, but also for his family. But through it all, he made a swift comeback, looking even stronger than ever. And during the 2024 NBA draft, Bronny made his dream come true when he was picked up by the Lakers in the 2nd round, making it the first time a father and son duo will be playing on the same team at the same time. Damn, he turned it all around. But for number 1, another player never got a second chance. See, this is Reggie Lewis. And in 1987, he was drafted to the Boston Celtics. And this man, Reggie, was not your average guy. He always had one goal in sight, and that was to save his family from the hood. And that's exactly what he did, because the first thing he bought was a house for his mom. So now with his family taken care of, he could finally focus on his game. And in 1992, he was a star. But on the 29th of April, 1993, during a playoff game against the Charlotte Hornets, this happened.
Good defense that time. All of a sudden hitting the deck for Reggie Lewis. Is he all right? Inside to Perry. He's down right now. He's hurt.
Reggie was quickly sent to the hospital where he underwent a series of tests, and the results from the tests were nothing but bad news. See, the doctor said that Lewis had a potentially life-threatening heart condition, which only meant one thing: his career was over. But Lewis wasn't ready to give up just yet, and on the 27th of July, 1993, he and his buddy played some pickup games at the University of Brandy, but after just 5 minutes, his heart couldn't take it anymore. And after 2 hours of constant attempts of trying to revive him, doctors gave in and pronounced him dead at the age of 27. Damn, man. I just can't really understand how much pain Reggie's family must have gone through during this time. But look, I know this shit was emotional to say the least. But if you want to bring your mood back up, then I really recommend you watch this video right here. These are the angry moments in the NBA.